All right, today we are jumping into one of Shakespeare's weirdest and most wonderful plays, The Winter's Tale. Seriously, this thing starts as a gut-wrenching tragedy, and then somehow it ends with a straight-up miracle. So, how on earth does it pull that off? Let's get into it.
I mean, just think about that for a second. It's the whole question driving this play. How do you even tell a story that has shattering, irreversible loss, and also an impossible, joyful reunion? This play, it pushes the boundaries of what we think a story can do. It asks us to believe in second chances, even when it seems completely hopeless.
So, what makes this play so unique is that it's famously chopped right in half. The first part is this dark, intense psychological drama, and then, wham, the second half is a sunny, hopeful romance. It's almost like you're watching two totally different shows that are secretly connected.
Now, its official genre is a Shakespearean romance. And that's a key word here, because it doesn't just mean a love story. It means we're getting a mashup. It's got heavy tragedy, it's got light comedy, and it's even got a little bit of magic, all happening between two very different kingdoms. And you can see that split personality perfectly in the two settings. First, you've got Sicilia. Just picture a cold, harsh winter court, full of paranoia, sadness, and a king's terrible jealousy. Then, on the complete other side of the coin, you have Bohemia, a land that feels like spring. It's all about festivals, young love, and a feeling of starting over. The vibe could not be more different.
Okay, so let's start in that cold, wintry court of Sicilia. We need to meet the people who are about to get caught up in the absolute hurricane that's about to hit. At the heart of it all, we have King Leontes. His best friend since they were kids, Polixenes, is visiting. Leontes is married to the wonderful and totally innocent Queen Hermione, and you've got to keep your eye on two other people. Paulina, this incredibly brave woman who isn't afraid to speak truth to power, and Camillo, a good man who's about to be put in an impossible position.
So, on the surface, this court seems happy, peaceful even. But you are about to see how fast it can all just crumble. The speed of this is what's so shocking. It all starts with one single poisonous idea that gets into the king's head.
And it happens in an instant. Leontes asks his pregnant wife, Hermione, to talk his friend Polixenes into staying a little longer. She does. She's charming and successful. But as Leontes watches them laugh together, something inside him just breaks. He's hit by this wave of insane paranoid jealousy. One minute, he's a loving husband. The next, he's publicly accusing his wife of treason, throwing her in prison, and ordering their brand new baby daughter to be left out in the wild to die. It is a terrifyingly fast descent into madness. So, to prove he's right, Leontes demands a message from the Oracle of Apollo, basically a message straight from God. But the message comes back, and it couldn't be clearer. Hermione's innocent, Polixenes innocent, and Leontes is a tyrant who will lose everything unless the lost child is found. This is his chance to pull back, but he doesn't. He calls the oracle a lie, and in that exact moment, news arrives that his young son has died from stress and grief. Then the queen faints and is carried out, apparently dead too.
And what about Antigonus, the guy Leontes ordered to abandon the baby? Well, he drops the infant on the shores of Bohemia and is immediately chased off the stage and eaten by a bear. Yes, really. It's maybe the most famous and, frankly, the most bizarre stage direction ever written, and it's a grim, shocking end to the first half of our story.
And just like that, we get a total reset. All that darkness and tragedy in Sicilia is gone. We jump forward into a world of sunshine, song, and a whole lot of hope. Welcome to Bohemia.
16 years. That's how much time has passed. And Shakespeare's solution for this huge time jump is amazing. He literally brings a character named Time onto the stage to just tell us what happened. It's his way of saying, okay everyone, new chapter, the winter is over.
So what's been going on for the last 16 years? Well, that abandoned baby girl, Perdita, which means the lost one, was found by a shepherd and raised as his daughter. And now, all grown up, she's fallen in love with a handsome local boy, who, of course, just happens to be Florizel, the Prince of Bohemia. The big centerpiece of this second act is a huge sheep-shearing festival. Perdita is the queen of the party, and she's so graceful, you can just tell she's more than a simple shepherdess. Prince Florizel is there in disguise, and he plans to marry her right then and there. But his dad, King Polixenes, is also there in disguise. He finds out, he's furious, and he forbids the whole thing. So what do? With a little help from our old friend Camillo, they run away, straight back to Sicilia.
And here we go. The story is coming full circle. We're back in the court of Leontes, who, for 16 long years, has been drowning in regret for what he did. This is it. This is where everything is about to come together in the most incredible, unbelievable way.
So when the young couple arrives in Sicilia, the old shepherd who found Perdita shows up too. And he has the proof, the things he found with the baby all those years ago. And suddenly, the truth is out. Perdita is the lost princess. Leontes gets his daughter back, and the two old friends, the two kings, finally make peace.
But there's one last piece of the puzzle. Paulina, the woman who has been Leontes' conscience this whole time, says she has something to show them. It's a statue of Queen Hermione she's kept hidden for years, and it is so perfectly, incredibly lifelike, it looks like it could actually breathe. As everyone stands there, just staring in complete awe at this image of the queen they lost so long ago, you can feel the magic in the air. Then, music starts to play, and Paulina tells them all to get ready for something impossible.
And then, it moves. The statue steps down. It's not a statue. It's Hermione. She's been alive this whole time, hidden away by Paulina, waiting for the oracle's prophecy to come true, waiting for her lost child to be found. And now, finally, impossibly, the family is whole again.
And this is the question The Winter's Tale leaves us with. It's a story that shows us the absolute worst of human jealousy, but it also shows us the incredible power of forgiveness and the idea that even after the longest, darkest winter, spring can come back. Sometimes it just takes a little miracle.